For a long time, the community assumed Miss Delight was built the same way as the other bigger body experiments, a human soul forced into a toy body. Huggy Wuggy, Mommy Longlegs, CatNap, all of them carry someone inside. So, when Miss Delight showed up in Chapter 3, teaching anatomy with surgical precision and deteriorating into madness in writing, that sounds disturbingly self-aware. Most people filled in the blank and assumed there was a person in there too. The orientation notebook changed that. Page 121 of the official book reads, "Playtime made a doll that was a teacher, and we used this as a model for the schoolhouse's teacher toys. These were thought to be cheaper, more reliable, and easier to work with than actual teachers." The note is attributed to Preston Willard, an employee in the innovation department. The phrasing is specific. They modeled the teacher toys after a commercial doll Playtime company already manufactured and sold. Miss Delight wasn't built around a person. She was built around a product. This is where the community started splitting. Because if she was mass-produced from a toy mold, that explains why there were at least 8 identical versions of her, all called sisters, all interchangeable. Every other major experiment in the factory is singular. Huggy is one, Mommy is one, the prototype is one. Miss Delight came in units. That detail had always been sitting there, and most people glossed over it. What the community can't agree on is what that actually means for her consciousness. The notes she left behind after the hour of joy aren't the writing of a simple animatronic. She tracks her own psychological deterioration with uncomfortable clarity, describes the moment she decides to stand still so the other teachers think she's dead, processes guilt after eating them, and then slowly loses that guilt entirely. That's not programmed behavior. Something in her is thinking, adapting, suffering. But if there's no human soul anchoring that experience, where is it coming from? The Bigger Bodies Initiative gave the experiments biological tissue, which is visible when her face breaks open in Chapter 3. Maybe the biology was enough. Or maybe Playtime found a way to transfer consciousness that didn't require a willing human subject. The phrasing in the notebook is worth pausing on. It says, "a doll that was a teacher," not a doll designed to look like one. That distinction opens a possibility the game never addresses directly, that Playtime had already developed a functional teacher construct before the Bigger Bodies project scaled up, and the biological layer came after, applied on top of something that was already working. No human, no soul pulled from a file, something assembled from scratch that, somewhere along the line, became real enough to go insane. The game never closes this. Miss Delight dies in Chapter 3, and the question of what she actually was goes with her. But given that Chapter 5 introduces an underground city full of infrastructure nobody has explained yet, and the prototype has been collecting pieces of his fallen disciples, it's worth asking, if Miss Delight had no human soul to track back to a name or a file, does the prototype even know what she was? Does he care? Or is whatever she became, after the starvation and the cannibalism and the years alone in that school, the only version of her that ever really existed?